Yo, 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 what's up? It's Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Welcome, and I got a treat for you today. That's right. One of my favorite players, favorite wide receivers in the draft. Number 2 from North Carolina, Dyami Brown. What's up, dude? How you doing, man?
What's going on? I'm doing good. Can't complain about anything. Just out here still grinding, during this process.
Good for you. I know I want to get into all of that. But like the first thing is I feel like you're kind of the unknown wide receiver of this draft. I think you're one of the top 3 guys in the draft. You don't get a lot of talk, all right? So what I want to go right away is just like for those who don't know you, they've never seen you play before. Like what tape you going to hand them and say watch this and why?
Oh man, they can pretty much cut on any game, but if they want to see me, they can cut on a Virginia game. I put up big numbers. I had 11 catches for 240 yards and 3 touchdowns, and that's who I am, and I can pretty much do that with anybody and playing against anybody.
Well, I'm glad you brought up that game. I thought you might answer with that, and that's like my next one. Like, first off, the name of your game for all those who haven't seen Dyami play. It's speed. I mean, the man can go. He's got I'm 3 rockets up your butt at least. It's somewhere up that in that region. But like when you get in a game like that, press corners all the time. Like what's your thought process when you see that?
Oh man, I know it's a win for me when it's a press corner. I always know it's a win, because it starts at the line, and I feel very confident in what I have, my ability with the speed as well helps me out. And just having the knowledge of knowing the release of what to do at the line and knowing that I can outrun this DB right here in front of me, I know it's a win.
Yeah, I mean, like, were you shocked, like, in that game that you consider, constantly got, after you've burned them once or twice, you'd think they'd learn their lesson. But to be on the island, like, as much as you were you kind of surprised as that game kind of unfolded?
Oh man, just a little bit, it's because towards the end of the game we were still going deep, and I'm like, man, it's like you have to try to stop me going deep, but at the end of the day, you always have to take what they give you. So
So,
I'm always for it.
yeah. I mean, you take it. I mean, okay, give me 60-yard bombs. That's fine. I mean, all right. So here's another aspect of just your game I'm really intrigued by, and one thing you see constantly when you make big plays, which you do a lot. The double move aspect. Talk about what that does added with your speed and just your skill set. How much do you like it? What advantages does it give you out there on the field in coverage?
Oh man, that the double move there is like a no brainer. Because what I always try to do is at least get the DB to stop just for half a second. Just get him to stop for a half a second. I know I can go again and I'll be right past him. So I worked on it multiple times, during the off season in practice, and all of our DBs, at the school, they saw it and they see me do it every day. So in the game, it's just so easy. I just don't understand how you can't watch it but can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? So just to get a DB to pause just for that very little second, just to get an extra burst, is it's amazing.
What's like the trick for you, just like maybe nuance in the route running to get a DB to bite on that double move or something you think of, with your body language or whatever that you feel like, gets that reaction you want from cover corners?
I always try to give like a route that I ran before,
Right.
So I done ran a curl already, so I want to just show a little bit of the curl and just get straight to the goal, or show a slant and just go. So any double move that I can do just to show that I ran the route before, so it kind of gets them guessing a little bit.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Drake or Travis Scott? Like, what if you're gonna choose one?
Drake, I'll go with Drake.
Okay, it's a tough one. It's a close one. All right, Beamer, Benz,
Yes.
or Tesla? Which one are we gonna pick?
Ooh,
Come on.
I'll go with the Benz. I'll go with the Benz.
Okay, Benz is there. All right, that's good. That's number 2 on my list. I think you should consider a Tesla. Okay, I'm just letting you know. I'm just
I
like,
just might. I just
okay.
might have to.
I mean, you're fast, and you want to talk about a car that gets off the line fast, man. That Tesla can go, and it's good for the
It definitely
environment.
can.
All right, good. All right, so here's the other thing I want to ask you because it's all about speed, big plays. That's why I love watching your game. First off, I noticed you like to throw up the deuces, like the cheetah, Tyreek Hill. Like, where did that come from?
Oh man, so I just me being the deep threat all the time, what I've shown on the film, what I've done in the game, and then, just me being number two, it just all put together. So I just naturally threw up the deuces. So you have to see the back of my jersey anyway, and the back of the jersey is a big two on the back.
I love it. All right, so I got to go there because I was going to wait a little bit, but I am a fellow deuce wearer myself. I don't expect you
Yes,
to know a
sir.
lot about my career, but I did wear number 2 in the NFL and finally got it my senior year in college. Why? Why the deuce? Why are you in the cool club with me? What is it?
Oh man, I always wore number two, since I was a little kid. Actually was my second number. But I always felt like, number two it always looked cool. Even when I created players, on Madden or NCAA, I always pick number two. I don't know why, but it's kind of like my favorite number.
Yeah, I'm with you. I wore it because of Deion Sanders, honestly. When I was growing up, like he was wearing that 2 at Florida State, and that's what jumped on it. And then I had Derek Jeter as a young guy here in New York. That kind of
Hmm.
put it on my scene. That's my story. But I'm glad you're wearing it, man. The deuce looks nice on you. It really does. All right, like with your speed, like what age were we when you went like, whoa, hey, I'm a lot faster than everybody else? When did you realize you were special in that department?
I want to say I was 5 years old, my first time running track. Very first time running track. Didn't know anything. They shot the gun. I started late and everything, and still beat everybody that I ran against.
So you were running track at 5 years old,
Yes, sir.
and like, and who, like, I can't, I don't think I've ever heard of a 5-year-old running track. Like, so mom, dad, what was it? Family member just got you involved and got you interested in that?
Yep, mom and dad just threw me out there, because just running around in the neighborhood, you race people in the neighborhood, so we decided to go to the track.
And then like, what event we talking about?
100 and the 200.
And that's you continued that all the way through high school, everything like that.
I actually stopped my junior year of high school.
You stopped your junior year in high school. All right, so I'm gonna put you on the spot. I mean, what was the last like 100-meter time? Your junior year. Where were we at speed wise?
I ran 10:69.
Okay, that'll do. That'll
Hmm.
do. You qualified. All right, good. That's nice to know. All right, so want to go back to like your wide receiver play a little bit. Just as far as that's concerned, who's taught you the most about wide receiver and growing your game, in your young career to this point?
Oh man, actually, growing up, I didn't play receiver until I wasn't locked in as a receiver until I got to college. I was always like an athlete, so even in high school, I was an athlete. I actually wanted to play defense. I didn't even want to play receiver, but I played it. So when I got to college and receiver was something that I had to do, I went back to my high school coach, Trey Long. He kind of helped me out with that one. So I think that's
Wow.
how I actually had got to play receiver.
Right. So, man, I mean, I didn't know that about you. Okay. So what was it like? What was the switch made? How did that decision finally come about that you should play wide receiver at North Carolina?
So for me, I took it as an opportunity. I came in early, wanted to, play early as well. So receiver was a position that I could, play at that time to, be able to get on the field and showcase what I can do.
Yeah. All right. I mean, so that's a good reason. All right. So like you're still new to this position and the nuances and everything like that. So like from that point, your freshman year to now, what's been like the biggest jump in your game? The thing you've been most proud about that you've improved on as a wide receiver?
For me, I liked how I got to understand the position as well. So I was able to, learn a different defense or, learn all the different techniques and different routes, like working a release, working a release at the top of the route or, just making the same route look different, you
Right.
know? And that's something that I learned these past couple of years, just asking advice from a different DB, like what do they see? How do they try to, stop this route and try to, use that to my advantage.
Yeah, so some of that the mind games you can play with DBs, going back to like your double moves and things like that, making things look the same, sometimes making them look different, all of that. Like, okay, so that's what you're talking about more than anything, just the nuances of the position. Yeah. So, all right. So, one thing that I always hear with your conversation, like when I hear about you in the draft and all that, right? And listen, I think it's stupid, okay? I'm just going to clarify that. Again, I'd like you to know you are one of my favorite receivers in the draft. But, like, what's your reaction when you hear, oh, Dyami Brown, limited route tree? What do you say to that?
I can't really say anything because that's all that they see.
Right.
You know, that's what's on tape. But, you know, if they have to give me the opportunity to show that I can just do more than, you know, a deep route or a post or a go, you know. For me, I think about it like I work on routes every day. You know, I work on different routes continuously. So I'm not just a deep threat. You know, I can do it all.
Yes.
And I've been doing it, you know, throughout high school, you know, throughout college. I always worked on different routes, not just, you know, deep routes, but, you know, what's shown on film is all that they see. So I can't argue with them.
Yeah, I hear you. I know. Well, they got to piece it together. That's what they got to do. Because this is the argument I've made in your defense. Because it's goes and it's post routes and it's slants, right? And then some double moves. But you're only can do what the play is called. That's not your fault. Right. So I understand. And so do you get a lot of questions about that from teams when you talk to them about like why it was a limited route tree, or does that conversation come up?
Definitely all the time. They always wonder like why, and it's most of the time is why have I been playing on the left side? Is there a reason why I always played on the left side, or is there a reason why there's limited routes? And for me, I give them the answer how it is. You know, that's just how offense is set up. You know, because we want to go fast tempo, so we don't want to, you know, rotate and switch sides. We want to be the fastest team to go. And then is our play calling, we always want to take shots. You know, we want to take those shots. So you're going to see some deep routes.
Yeah, well, this goes back to like my DK Metcalf year when he came out in the draft. Everybody talked about his limited route tree, and don't worry, that's working out for him, and it's going to work out for you too. All right. So, yeah. Oh, I don't know if one of the greatest athletes in our country could go down 10 yards and make a right-hand turn really well. But yet you do it with the ball in your hand and break people's ankles and do all that, to where if you're a smart evaluator, you should be able to see that and go, he's going to be able to run any damn route he wants to run. All right. I had to say that to stick up for you. That was for me, to make me feel better.
I appreciate it.
All right. Good. You know, first off, when you talk about like always lining up on the left, are you much more comfortable there? You know, as far as like just because you've seen so many balls from that side, is it a little something like weird in this process to go, wait, hey, let me get on the right and run some of these routes and see the ball coming in from that direction?
Yeah, so the left side is definitely muscle memory.
Right.
I'm very comfortable on the left side. I've been doing it for the past 2 years, and you know, so doing this process now, I naturally line up on the right now. You know, just because the left is so muscle memory, I already know what to do on the left. So on the right, I just want to make myself comfortable again.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Anything else like about your game? Because I know you're a student of the game. I've heard enough about you behind the scenes, like that you want to improve on, or you're looking that you go, I got to step it up in this area, you know, for my rookie year in the NFL.
Yeah. So for me, it's, you know, still competing the run game, you know, because I do show a whole lot of toughness. So I want to compete in that run game and, you know, block for the running backs, because I know, you know, they want to do well, you know. So for me to compete in the run game and show love for the running back or a teammate, you know, is very, very much good.
Yeah, okay. That's a really good answer. Teams are going to like to hear that one. That's a good one. You're a really good one there. That's smooth. I like that. You know, that's a good selfless, I'm trying to help the team out. And you are tough. That's the other thing. I like your game, man, how you lower the shoulder and do stuff like that. No doubt about it. All right, Kylie or Kim?
Ooh.
Yeah, tough one there.
Kylie or Kim? Let's go with Kim.
All right, Rihanna or Beyonce?
Ooh, Beyonce.
Oh, baby. All right.
Queen B.
Okay.
Queen B.
Okay. Taylor Swift or Katy Perry?
Ooh, let's go with Katy Perry then.
Oh man, I knew you were jamming Katy Perry in your car. I knew it. I had you pegged for that all along. All right, I'm always interested just as far as your competition, right? You got this great wide receiver class. Do you watch film of the other guys in the class? I mean, how much have you seen the Devontae Smiths and the Waddles and the Jamar Chases play?
Oh man, I've been watching those boys, for the past few years. Because you have to watch it.
Yeah.
So for me, I always want to, go to a championship in college, but I wasn't able to. But just watching those boys and watching, football, you get a better understanding of everything. So those guys, I definitely like the way they play. I give all credit to them, but you know, everything is the way it is. And
Yeah.
those boys they are great athletes, and I have to give it to them. I give all credit when it's due.
Yeah.
They are definitely great athletes.
Yeah, no, I know they are, but to me, you're in that class, and that's why you're a first round wide receiver. For my money, all day, any day. You got all right. So you brought up those guys. I mean, you obviously pay attention to football and all that, and I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure you picked UNC instead of Alabama, Michigan, and Ohio State. Am I right about that?
I definitely did. I definitely did.
And why? I mean, and again, not disrespect North Carolina, but it's not exactly the football powerhouse those other schools are. So what led you to stay there in the Tar Heel State?
So for me, it was just, North Carolina wasn't a football school, so I wanted to make a difference, because being the underdog was something that I always been, so the underdog is kind of natural. So what I wanted to do was go to North Carolina and make a change there.
Right.
I didn't want to go somewhere else where they always, they were already had the hype and, the glory. So I wanted to make the underdog the big dog.
Okay. All right. I like that answer too. I mean, okay, you and me wore number 2 together. Okay. I went to Texas really for the same reason when I was coming out. Because I was like, Texas hasn't been great in a while. I'd like to be a part of that and put them on the map as like a big-time school. So that's cool. And then I got to go to the next, common thing we got. The coach, all right? I had Mac Brown. You had Mac Brown. Give me your best Mac Brown story over the last few years.
Oh, man. That guy there,
he's hilarious.
He's funny,
I know he's still talking about Sally. I know that for sure. He's telling you about
yes,
Sally. Sally doesn't like it. I don't like it. Sally thinks we got to play better, right? That's still going on.
Team meeting. Look, team meeting. He'll tell us right away.
Yeah.
Sally made these cookies, so go tell her thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, good. He's still doing the same stuff. That's good. All right, let me ask you this. Is he still doing the old, hey, school first, football second? Does he do that one? That's one he was big on. He'd go school first, and he'd hold up the number 2, football second, hold up the number 1. He still got that sly move?
I don't know about the fingers, but he definitely preached school first.
Okay, so he stopped the fingers. See, it's a different time. It's a different era. He doesn't want to be dicey there. Okay, I get it. All right. All right, 2 or 3 more questions. I know you got a life and things that you want to do, but I want to know, too, just about you, like the athlete. If you weren't playing football, what other sport would you be dominating at?
Oh, definitely basketball. I'm certified a hooper.
A certified hooper?
Yes, sir.
What's your game all about? Let me hear it. You got a jump shot?
Oh, I'm shooting from deep every time. Definitely have a jump shot. That's what I do the most.
Okay. And then, I mean, I know you can jump and dunk and take to the hole. So, are we talking about, you can do NBA dunk contest type of dunks, or are you doing Chris Simms, white boy, just one leg, one arm dunks down the middle of the lane?
Definitely not the NBA dunk contest
dunks. All right, so now what the process? Just talked about the process so far, just everything that way, as far as the teams, the interviews. What's it been like for you so far to kind of witness all this firsthand?
Actually, it's been a smooth process. Just going out to Arizona training with, all these other guys and building relationships with those guys and competing and working with those guys. It's been amazing. The interviews, they all different, they all different. Most of them been asking the same questions, but at the same time, they're getting to know me and I'm getting to know them.
Yeah.
So this process it's been amazing. It get kind of out of hand a little bit, but at the same time, it's a blessing to even be in the position that I'm in.
No, there's no doubt. Enjoy it, man, because it goes fast, and before you'll know it, you'll be 40-year-old like me and have old kids, and you'd be like, "What the hell happened?" So enjoy it for sure. You talk about those questions, like what's the most common question you get from teams without maybe exposing something too bad or personal to a football team?
Yeah, so they pretty much ask me, the same question that you asked me. Is the limited routes,
Yeah, right.
lining up on the left side. Am I able to move around? Have I done any special teams? Because the past few years I haven't been on any special teams, but those have mainly been the questions that they've been asking me.
And you got like any feel you think or like gut feeling of what teams or where you might go in this draft, at least sitting here, 2 weeks out?
Not really. Just taking the process how it is. Talk to multiple teams, but at the end of the day, you never know. So I try not to get a feeling for a team, but at the same time, I do. But I just want to take the process how it is, and whoever selects me, that's who selects me.
All right, good. All right, that's good to hear. You answered you passed my test. I know that. So you've passed the on the field film test and now the interview test. That seems like first round material to me. All right, that's all I know. And I'm rooting for you, man. I really am. Like, good luck through this whole process. Last thing, cat or dog? Like, what are you, cat guy or a dog guy?
Kind of skipped a little
Oh,
bit.
you got. I was gonna say, last thing, are you a cat guy or a dog guy?
Oh, definitely a dog.
Okay, all right. My dog,
Yeah,
Dyami Brown. My dog. Okay. We got to work on him getting a Tesla, but everything else was damn good. All right? Everything else was damn good. You the man. I appreciate you taking some time, and good luck with the draft and everything in your future,
Thank
buddy.
you for having me.
Anytime, buddy. Be good. Peace out, man.
All right.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.